The movie Cuck made $0 at the box office and was a massive failure. Hello everyone, this is Mr. Obvious, and today on the nationalfile.com. So, some of you may have heard of the movie Cuck. It's a movie about, well, how do I put this? Cuck the movie is a fever dream by liberals of what they believe the dissident right wing to be. That is to say, mentally unstable gun nuts who spew horrible things online and are actually cucks in real life. You know, it's kind of like the no you of movies. Cuck was a insult mostly used by right-wingers to make fun of effeminate liberal left-wing men. And then, of course, not being able to respond or have a comeback, these weak, effeminate men would say, no you, you're the cuck. And so they made an entire movie about it, calling the right-wingers cucks. Or so they thought. Because this movie made absolutely no money.
The greatest threat to our nation is this false sense of diversity.
You're correct, sir.
That is the greatest fallacy of the past century.
Today was a pretty rough day for me. I lost a lot of money, and I lost a car, and I lost a job. But everywhere I go, there's illegals, and they're running the show. You can't be proud to be white and male anymore. It's not politically correct.
You're correct, sir.
Are you ready to take the red pill? Or are you just another cuck?
You know, just from a few clips from the trailer alone, you can tell what kind of movie this is. It's absolutely ridiculous. And I made fun of this movie when the trailer came out. I never imagined it would make absolutely no money at the box office, but I'm really not surprised. But this is a great time to make fun of the left and make fun of this movie. So according to Google, the movie grossed nothing whatsoever. And why would it? It was absolutely trash. According to Google, the highly acclaimed movie Cuck made $0 at the box office after progressive media hyped the film as a retort to the immensely successful Joker movie. So when the Joker movie came out, there was lots of controversy because it depicted, a straight white male who was suffering from mental illness, and it was very relatable as a film. It painted him as a person, and, the descent into madness. It was a beautiful film. I finally saw the Joker film. I highly recommend it. It's kind of left-wing, honestly, which is ironic. So in return to the Joker, they made the Cuck movie, as like the left-wing version, and it was about as bad as you can expect. I think the basic plot of the movie is he's a straight white male, he gets laid off, he gets angry at the world, right? He gets red-pilled online or whatever, and then he starts his own YouTube channel, and he oh god, it's just a complete and utter caricature of what the left thinks right-wingers are. They think all right-wingers are racist, conservatives who hate everybody and who are dumb and who are actually, they call other people cucks, but they're actually cucks. It's like the most brain-dead, moronic, and childish view. And the sad part is there's a lot of people on the left, a lot of liberals, who actually believe this. Like, they actually believe that all right-wingers are actually weak cucks, and that's why they call other people cucks. No. That's not even close to true. The news broke on a screenshot posted by a Twitter account who's reporting effing crying at the revelation. So here you can see, according to Google, Cuck box office $0 and I think the movie came out before the pandemic. No, I'm not going to say that, right now nobody's going to the movies, so maybe that's fair to point out, but at the same time, I think your movie was just garbage. Why would anyone watch it? And I guess no one did. On Twitter, some people, incredulous to the news, gave their opinions to the revelation. There's a 45% chance that the movie is a money laundering scheme. I refuse to believe otherwise, one commenter said. Another wrote, I can't believe idubbbz is broke. Referring to the recent news surrounding the famed YouTuber's girlfriend's profession. Okay, so someone just made an idubbbz reference. Now, most of you probably already know. I believe idubbbz is in fact a simp, sucker, idolizing mediocre, woman who's going to leave him, who's going to break up with him after sucking him dry for money. That will definitely happen. I can almost guarantee it. For those of you who don't know, idubbbz is a famous YouTuber who can no longer ever do a content cop again because his reputation was destroyed by his girlfriend, who not only talks crap about him on stream, not only has a toxic past and does a lot of bad things, including stealing people's artwork and committing fraud, she started an OnlyFans account. As many of you well know, OnlyFans is a garbage website where simps, pathetic men, give money to e-girls for lewd pictures and videos. And I've got to be honest, I've seen some of the content from leaks. They're mostly garbage. They're nothing worth paying money for, especially when everything like on the internet is free these days. So, harsh blow to idubbbz. But I gotta say, I don't really have sympathy. You know, he's making his bed. He defended his girlfriend. By all means, idubbbz, I'm sure this will end well for you. Don't say the internet didn't warn you. So a third joked, movie got cucked. I see what you did there. The gross figure was confirmed by the numbers, which reported that the movie's domestic release was on October 4th, and the video released on December 3rd. So those are some terrible numbers, folks. God, they made $0. Even on the numbers, there's nothing. Absolutely nothing. No one saw this movie. And to be fair, the trailer pretty much has the entire movie. So on Google, rave reviews appear to plague the movie, which goes into the life of an unemployed loser who gets increasingly frustrated at the state of America to the point where he joined fringe right circles on social media. You know, the funniest part about this is there's parts of this movie that are unironically red-pilled. As you could tell from some of the clips in the trailer, like, he's angry that he got laid off while people who are not in the country legally have all the jobs. And now you look at America today, and over 6 million Americans have filed for unemployment. People are out of work, and this will mean that a lot of people are being employed under the table. How do you think those Americans are going to feel when they see people who are undocumented, not here lawfully, having all the jobs? You know, maybe there's a point to right-wing circles. Maybe there's some truth to it, and maybe liberals are insane. Will they ever understand it? Probably not, because that's why they can't make good movies and why they can't meme. So one reviewer sarcastically posted, "I saw this with my wife's son and we loved it. Really sheds light on the warped mind of the alt-right community. There is no room for hate and intolerance in this world anymore. I mean, come on, people. It's 2019. There is nothing more important today than flooding your once high trust and powerful nation with thousands of genetic abomination shit." I can't read this. Oh, I can't even read this, man. It's sarcasm, okay, folks? It's sarcasm. So let's read one of the reviews of this movie. What kind of rave reviews did the Cuck movie receive? Oh, I'm shaking in my boots. I can't wait. Where to begin with this movie? All things aside, the New York Times recently released a review that stated how utterly useless this movie was. And keep in mind that it was a liberal reviewing it. I, as someone from the right wing, can confidently say that this movie does not accurately reflect real-life scenarios in America today. In fact, this movie seems to be the poster child of how leftist politicians view Trump supporters. They could not be further from the truth. And this movie tries so desperately to make it seem like the main character is some kind of evil, hateful, fascist, bigoted right-winger. At this point, when watching this movie, all must acknowledge the fact that this movie is entirely liberal propaganda, made to make it seem like the number one issue in America today is hate coming from the right wing. This is ironic, because the number one issue facing America is the hatefulness and bigotry coming from the left wing, and these movies are made to distract us from the real evil. Thankfully, it seems like this movie won't make any money, and liberals and conservatives can come to a mutual understanding that this movie is utter trash. Now, this person put it very nicely, very succinctly. That was basically the movie. It's how leftist politicians and how insane liberals today see right-wingers, even though it's not close to the truth. Not at all. It's just propaganda. You know, this movie has been made fun of ever since the trailer. You know, on YouTube, it's got 3,000 dislikes, and the comments are hilarious. Chris L. says, his wife's boyfriend likes this movie. He's cool. Graz says, so this is basically the Joker if it was made by Reddit. Kate Young says, Mom, can we have the Joker? No, we have the Joker at home. Joker at home. Okay, that's funny. So people were people predicted this would be a bomb. And yeah, it was. It was an absolute failure, and they absolutely deserved that failure. Cuck the movie was trash. But that's merely the obvious. Well, that's all for now, folks. What do you think about this? What do you think about this movie? What do you think about the Cuck movie, huh? Be sure to let me know. Now, as always, if you enjoy my content, be sure to subscribe, hit the notification bell, leave a like, comment, you know, all the good stuff. If you want to support the channel, you can do so down in the description. There are links, Patreon, Subscribestar. If you want to donate, there's Donor Box, there's Bitcoin. And one of the best things you can do is to share the video. If you enjoy the video, share it. If you dislike it, dislike it. That's all, folks. As always, thanks for watching. This has been Mr. Obvious, and I'll see you all next time.